I was kind of glad that the game unfolded the way it did. I think you got some good footage and some good lessons in that first half, where the guys, hey, what's up, bro? Where the guys were really struggling to guard their three-point shot. And we faced some guys before, that were able to pick and pop. The bigs were able to shoot it, so that's a challenge that we didn't know was coming. Well, we did it with this game a little bit, but they didn't guard it well, so we kept going under the ball screen, but enough of the details. The point is we got some good stuff to go back and say, hey, this is how we told you how to guard it, and you didn't do it. And we told you they could shoot. It wasn't about, whether they could make shots or not. We knew they could make shots. They had 3 or 4 guys that shot over 40% at the junior college level. So we knew they could shoot the ball. I mean, that's the only way that team beats you, if they can, knock down a whole lot of threes. I think they had 7 in the first half. That's too many. We don't want to give up more than 6 for the whole game to a team like that. So, again, the way it unfolded, I think was good to see how, challenge them a little bit. Let's see how they're going to respond. And I thought that was good, and they did a good job of paying attention to the details that we gave them at halftime and came out and executed a lot better. Like all teams, I think at the beginning of the year, they're motivated by their offense. And I think we got to make sure that this team is motivated by their defense. We've been talking about running so much in practice and really driving that home that we got to make sure we do a balanced job and an equal amount of teaching about defensive pride and intensity, because we had a lot of slippage in that area, especially in the fundamental stuff, techniques. And that's my opening statement. Take whatever quote you want from that and use them in your articles. First question, Mark Anderson. You guys are full of joy on a Friday night. They're like, can we get the hell out of here? We can't go write these stories.
Having a point guard like Jordan in there, was tonight just sort of showed the value of having a player like that?
No question. No question. I thought having Jordy at the helm there, and he didn't even have a great game. I mean, he played a solid game. He did Jordy, but we've seen him in 2-hour practice, 2.5-hour practices, just be really good for the whole practice. So, but I'm sure he had a little bit of butterflies going. He's been sitting for a whole year, and first time to lace it up after the fireworks and the red carpet and the pomp and circumstance that is Vegas and is UNLV. I think the freshmen were a little like, oh, wow, because a lot of them had never been to games and, hadn't come here for official visits and stuff and hadn't seen that. So that was kind of cool. But I think at the end of the day, he showed a little bit today of the leadership that we need at that position. But JoJo slid over there and played well. And then Amari even was at that position towards the end of the game. So it was good to get that point guard by committee. 80. No, we have a target number of having more points than them at the end of the game. We do, but we don't. We don't use the analytics to the 10th degree. I think it's more important that we get them under we have a measurement of points per possession where we want to keep them under 1, and I don't know if we did that. They were right at 1, 34 and 34, I think, at the half, or 37, whatever it was. But on our end, yeah, it's not as important as fast break opportunities and runouts off of deflections, hitting our deflections numbers. You guys have heard me talk about that before. Defensively, deflections are block shots, back tips, simple deflections where we just get the ball, get our hand on the ball, in a passing lane or something. We need to get 35 of those. That who made? Which one? Oh, Mbake. Right. They like to call him Mblake. That's his nickname. That was a good attempt at it, though. No one ever even tries it, so I didn't know who the heck you were talking about. But, yeah, athletic, isn't he? And he's a great kid, man. Really fun to coach. I think he'll be, one of those rebels like Shaq. Shaq struggled a little bit tonight. I think he'll have a better games, obviously, going forward. Nursing a little bit of a sore back, but I think that, you guys saw a little bit of what's to come with him. You know, his ability to get up and down the court and block shots. And, you know, he missed some dunks that he normally makes. He was very upset with himself, by the way, on each one of those missed dunks. I don't know, how many missed dunks did we have? We had at least 3 or 4. So, ooh, let's not visit that too often.
Were there any stretches tonight where you thought, hey, we're playing well, this is what I want to see from the regular season start?
Yeah, there was a couple. Second half mostly, right? Even the end of the first half where we were down, and then I think I forget the stat that somebody read to me, but it was a telling stat defensively how many stops we had out of whatever last 14 possessions or something like that, and that's what it comes back down to. We've got to be able to turn some offense, you know, out of our defense. We got to be able to create some offense out of our defense. So I like that. I like the fact that the guys came off the bench and made shots. You know, that was good to see. Nunu hit a 3, Amari hit a 3, and get to the rack. And I think when you have that kind of depth, and you can play at a certain pace. We didn't get the rotation the way I wanted it to, based on riding some guys a little bit longer than I wanted to in the very beginning. But we'll get there. I thought he played pretty well. What was his stat line? He just had a sore ankle still, and I didn't want to play him. He wanted to play, but the trainer and I discussed it and thought that if he tweaked it again a little bit, it might linger on to the weekend and the Monday and Tuesday. You know, we got a real game on Saturday, so probably wasn't worth it. Take the chance. So, but he was. Come on, coach. Let me go. Yeah, no. But we'll play him next week, and he'll be ready to roll. Yeah, he just had a cramp. I don't know which part of his leg, but it just hit him all of a sudden. It was a calf, yeah. So you can usually push the toe back and get that going, and we tried that. And I think he got back in, didn't he? He got back in for a minute, so he'll be fine. So let's not create demons, guys. They're all really healthy. All right, anything else? I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. It's truly a pleasure to be here with you.
The chemistry was good. It was great to be on the team, like actually playing as a team. Going into this game, we didn't know how it was going to go, but Alaska Fairbanks, there was a nice team. They gave us a nice run. It's just, like I told coaches, this is a learning game. We did a lot of good things, but we did a lot of bad things. So it was at the end of the day, it was a great game.
Like Shakur said, it was a learning game. You know, we didn't know how to come out at this game because there was not a lot of preparation, but we did have some. So it was good. And then we got good chemistry. We just need to tighten up a couple things, like over ball screens and stuff like that. We need to pay attention to details. And we're still young, so we're still learning. And then that way we'll be better next time.
What were some of the good things that you liked about you guys' performance that you think you can take forward into the regular season?
First off was chemistry. That was fantastic tonight. And secondly, it was just like when we did something bad or if we made a mistake. Like there's certain teams, they start yelling, they start getting mad at each other, but we was all supportive of the mistakes that we made because we know we didn't do it on purpose. It was just like a little hitch here and there.
Don't think you guys think your defense on threes, is that basically what it was? You just got more aggressive on their threes?
Yeah, they just came out confident. One of the coaches said that EB coach Eric Brown, he said that this was a Super Bowl game. They came out here, Division II team played a Division I team. They just gonna come out here and bring it all. And they was confident from the beginning. And as soon as they saw the first one go in, it just kept tumbling over to the next shot. So I applaud them when they shooting it. We just came out. We defended a little better. Ran them off the line. A little more pressure and kind of slowed them down.
Jordan, you guys finished, I think, 80 possessions or right around there. Is that the kind of pace you guys want to play at? And do you think you guys can be effective, pushing the ball a little bit?
Yeah, that's what we work on in practice. Pushing, pace, playing fast, speeding teams up. That's how we practice.
Gordon, given your experience running point to this level, how much do you think that benefited you in this game, especially when it was like early on?
Keeping us together, because when they were up, I felt that we were separated from each other, and I was still just trying to keep us positive, make sure we all stuck together, and still ran the stuff that we work on, because it works. They just came out hitting shots. That's all it was. So we just stick to the plan, and we'll be good.